Did you hear what I said? I said plus 1.5, plus 150. That's my radio show. Would you lay 340? I would lay 340 if I was taking the other side plus 1.5. If you need proof, go to my website, thesyndicateinsider.com. Listen to the archive radio shows. Now, I told you we were going to do our next update when we were meeting with our international Costa Rica syndicate midway in lovely downtown San Juan, Puerto Rico. But right now, I'm in the office. Mike hasn't even packed yet. Mike, how many soccer games do we have this morning? 4. Can you read them to me? How we doing? I think we went 3-1.
Yes, that's correct.
What do we have?
1 second.
You don't have to say it in Russian. Now, these games, the first game started at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time in the morning. That means if you're in Las Vegas, Nevada, that's 3:30. As you're walking out the bar, you can actually check scores on your phone on international soccer. I'll save him a lot of time. The Chinese League, the Special K Classic Korea League, and literally these games go in at 7:30 in the morning and 6:30 in the morning, because when I say we're global, not local, I mean we're global, not local. Now, right now you have to understand, yesterday on Taking the Run Line, as I said yesterday on the radio, you should listen to the radio online, literally we knocked it out of the park. If you have to understand that when Boston goes into extra innings, you have to look for the opportunity where the teams are actually going to give you the run line. As I said yesterday on the radio, you don't get to choose who gets the plus 1.5. Yesterday we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 teams plus 1.5 on, but 7 of them were at home, 7 of them were on the road. Now here's the thing, the teams that were at home, they all got blown out. If I go through the board and I look at yesterday's scores, Arizona on the road against Cincy, 11-2. They win. The plus 1.5 with Cincy loses. The home teams didn't do good yesterday on the run line whatsoever. They were down 1 game overall on the whole board. But if you go to the road, and you go to the interleague plus the American League, you got some huge profits. Because you had the Tampa Bay-Oakland game. Oakland was plus 1.5. They lost by 1 at home. Winner on both sides of the game. 60 cents and 10 cents respectively. If you go to the White Sox-Dodgers game, you just heard me say it on the radio on 1400 AM. Final score, 1-0 plus 1.5 plus 150. Did you hear what I said? I said plus 1.5 plus 150. You're going to, if anything, you're listening to that radio show and you don't want to do the ARB, then what you want to do is at least play that dog, because that's great value and you can get plus 1.5. When was the last time you saw plus 1.5 plus 150?
At home?
Yeah.
I mean, you have to...
No, just plus 1.5 plus 150. It doesn't happen.
It doesn't happen unless the road team is favored.
300, 400, 250, you don't even get it. You get even money. So when you can have that opportunity where that team knows they're going to win on a pitching duel, expect the game to be close. San Fran was plus 1.5, but the middle didn't hit. They win 2-1. The Boston game goes to 11 or 12 innings. Final was 5-4. Toronto was plus 1.5. As I said, you don't get to choose who gets the run line. The sports books do. So you middle that game, you go 2-0. You middle the Yankees, the Tampa Bay-Oakland game, you go 2-0. Oakland loses at home plus the 1.5 points. So you have Oakland-Tampa Bay, double winner. White Sox-Dodgers, double winner. Washington Nationals was just a straight-up plus 1.5 winner. The other side was minus 1.5 at home, which I would never lay minus 1.5 at home. Loser. So, again, and then in the early part of the day, you had in the National League, Milwaukee-Pittsburgh, 4-3, plus 1.5. Milwaukee was plus 1.5 on the road. They lost by 1. It's a double winner. Now, Mike here talked to a new client yesterday. We're not going to release his name. We'll call him in Southern Florida. You gave this information to this client last night. He made over 10 dimes in action. But then he called you this morning and he said, I think it's too much for me. What do you say to the people that are listening that after claiming you want to win, don't claim you want to win if after giving the winners you say it's too much for you. I think it's because they want to put their pom-poms on and root. What do you think?
Well, they don't want to do it as a business. They just want action every day, and arbitrage in the middle of these games, it's not action. It's strictly to make profit. There's no entertainment by trying to catch a single spread on a game, on a run. They just want to watch the game and root for a team like that.
Now, more importantly, you think they're going to have enough food for you in San Juan, Puerto Rico?
I'm sure they do.
We will be broadcasting live tomorrow after we hook up with our Costa Rica syndicate. If you want to know about my Costa Rica syndicate, scroll down to the bottom of my homepage on the Syndicate Insider. You'll see me in basically Latin America. If you don't know your geography, San Juan, Puerto Rico, you could throw a rock to Venezuela. You're almost in South America. Even though it is a U.S. territory, the internet works, the iMessage works, the cell phones work, and that means we can work no matter where we are. This is your Hump Day report. We'll be back tomorrow once we meet our sources in lovely downtown San Juan. Good day and good luck.